Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're looking at a very special penny, one that might just be hiding in your pocket change. It's the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, and believe it or not, this humble penny is currently valued at a whopping $57,203. That's right. This tiny coin could be worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. So how did a simple penny become so valuable? Let's dive into the history, the features that make it unique, and how it achieved its incredible value in the collector's market. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you love learning about rare coins. Now, let's jump in. The 1976 Lincoln penny was minted during a fascinating time in American history. The year 1976 marked the U.S. bicentennial, celebrating 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. As you might remember, special commemorative coins like quarters and half dollars were minted to honor the occasion, but the humble penny remained largely unchanged. Even though it wasn't part of the special bicentennial series, the 1976 Lincoln penny holds its own special place in numismatic history. Most pennies minted that year came from either the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. Coins from Denver bear a D mint mark, but the pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark. And it's these no mint mark 1976 pennies that we're focusing on today. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1976 no mint mark penny stand out? Isn't it just like every other penny? Well, the answer lies in a few factors, including its condition, rarity, and a little something we call a high-grade coin. When a coin is minted without a mint mark, it means it came from the Philadelphia Mint, which produced millions of these coins in 1976. However, even though millions of these pennies were made, very few have survived in mint state condition, meaning they are still in pristine, untouched quality. Most pennies from that time have been in circulation, showing wear and tear. But the rare ones that remain in perfect or near perfect condition are the ones collectors are after. One key to a coin's value is its grade. In the world of coin collecting, coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. With 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The 1976 no-mint mark penny that sold for over $57,000 had an extremely high grade of MS68, which means it was nearly perfect. When it comes to rare coins like the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, condition is everything. If your coin has any scratches, discoloration, or wear, its value decreases significantly. But if it's been carefully preserved, perhaps it was set aside right after being minted and never spent, it can be worth thousands of dollars. High-grade coins like MS68 are very difficult to find. Most coins, even those that have been well taken care of, fall into lower grades like MS60 or MS65. The better the condition, the higher the grade, and the more valuable the coin becomes. So, how does a penny go from being worth a single cent to over $57,000? It all comes down to the law of supply and demand. While there are many 1976 pennies out there, very few are in such high-grade condition. And when a rare, high-grade coin hits the market, collectors go crazy for it. These collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add a pristine example of a 1976 penny to their collection. The coin that fetched $57,203 was sold at an auction, and auctions can really drive up the price, especially when multiple collectors are competing for the same coin. Every now and then, a coin with a particularly rare combination of high grade, historical significance, and good timing in the market will sell for astronomical amounts. Now the big question, how do you know if you have a valuable 1976 penny in your collection? Here are a few things to look out for. 1. No mint mark. First, make sure it's a 1976 penny with no mint mark. Check right under the year on the front side, where you'd normally see a D or S mint mark. 2. Condition. Take a good look at the condition of the coin. Does it look brand new, or does it have scratches and wear? If it's in near-perfect condition, you're in luck. You may have a high-grade penny on your hands. 3. Professional grading. If you think your penny is in great condition, you'll want to get it professionally graded by an organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A professional grade will tell you exactly where your coin stands on the scale and give it an official value. So, what does the future hold for the 1976 no-mint mark penny? Well, rare coin values often increase over time, especially when demand stays high and the supply of high-grade coins remains limited. If you're lucky enough to have a high-grade 1976 penny, its value could keep climbing. The coin market can be unpredictable, but coins like this tend to be stable investments, especially given their historical significance and rarity. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, worth an astounding $57,203. Who knew that something as simple as a penny could turn into a treasure worth more than $50,000? If you enjoyed learning about this amazing coin, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos on rare and valuable coins. And who knows, you might just have a hidden fortune in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Today, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. You may have come across one of these pennies in your pocket change and thought it was just another ordinary coin. But what if I told you that this very penny could be worth a staggering $1.98, $1.20? That's right, folks. Buckle up as we uncover the fascinating history, unique details, and jaw-dropping market value of this rare penny. Before we dive into what makes the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln cent so special, let's take a quick look at the history behind the Lincoln penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, this iconic coin became a symbol of American history and legacy. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has gone through numerous design changes and updates. But the penny we're talking about today, from 1982, marks a turning point in its composition and production. 1982 was a year of big changes for the Lincoln cent. For years, pennies had been made primarily from copper, but by the early 1980s, the rising cost of copper made it too expensive for the U.S. Mint to continue making pennies from the same material. The Mint decided to switch to a cheaper alternative, zinc, with just a thin copper coating. But here's where things get interesting. 1982 was a transitional year, and the U.S. Mint actually produced both copper and zinc pennies. They even used 8 different varieties of pennies in total that year, which included different weights and mint marks. Now, let's talk about the no-mint mark variety. Normally, pennies are minted at different facilities around the country, like Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S. But the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has a mystery that makes it incredibly valuable. You see, the lack of a mint mark isn't the only unusual feature here. This penny was supposed to be minted in copper zinc, but it was accidentally struck in 100% copper, much like the older pre-1982 pennies. So why is this penny valued at a mind-blowing $1.98, $1.20? First of all, the rarity. While millions of 1982 pennies were struck, only a handful of the copper alloy versions with no mint mark were created by mistake. These rare coins are essentially minting errors, and error coins are always highly sought after by collectors. The weight of this penny is another crucial factor. If you happen to find one, check the weight. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, whereas a zinc penny weighs around 2.5 grams. The difference may seem small, but it's a massive detail in the world of coin collecting. Over the years, these 1982 no-mint mark copper pennies have been sold at prestigious auctions, and their value has continued to skyrocket. What started as a common 1-cent coin has become one of the most coveted treasures among coin collectors. In fact, in 2023, one of these pennies sold for $1.98, $1.20 at auction. That's almost 10 million times its face value. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1982 no-mint mark copper pennies? Here's what to look for. 1. No mint mark. First, check under the date on the front of the penny. If there's no letter under the date, you may have a Philadelphia minted penny. 2. Weight. As I mentioned earlier, the weight is key. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. If you have a scale at home, weigh the penny to see if it matches the copper weight. If it's closer to 2.5 grams, it's a zinc penny. 3. Condition. The better the condition of the penny, the higher its value. While even circulated 1982 no-mint mark copper pennies are worth something, uncirculated versions in mint condition can fetch the highest prices. The condition or grade of the penny plays a huge role in determining its market value. Grading scales typically range from poor P1 to mint state, MS70. For a 1982 no-mint mark penny, those in higher grades, especially those that are uncirculated or close to perfect, are worth the most. For example, an uncirculated 1982 no-mint mark copper penny in MS65 or higher can easily reach 6 figures in value, which is why many collectors and dealers are on the lookout for this elusive coin. The current market value of $1.98, 120 for a 1982 no mint mark penny is driven by several factors. Rarity ***. There are only a few known specimens, making this a highly desirable coin. Condition ***. As with most collectible coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Demand ***. Era coins are always in high demand, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this unique penny. So, could you have a valuable 1982 no mint mark penny sitting in your coin jar right now? It's entirely possible. These coins have been out in circulation for decades, and many people have no idea what they're holding. If you come across a 1982 penny, don't forget to check for the mint mark and weigh it. You might just be holding a fortune. In the world of coin collecting, surprises can come in the smallest packages. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln cent might look like just another penny, but its rarity and value make it one of the most exciting finds in U.S. numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a curious eye, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Who knows? You could be sitting on a $98,120 treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you think you might have one of these rare pennies or if you have a cool coin story to share. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Welcome back to the channel, coin enthusiasts. Today, we've got an exciting piece of history to discuss: the elusive 1987 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny coin. This isn't your ordinary penny, far from it. This coin is currently valued at an astonishing $38,120. That's right, a penny worth thousands of dollars. So, what makes this coin so special? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the coin's history, why it's worth so much, and what you should be looking for in your collection. So stick around until the end because you might be holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been minted by the United States since 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it has undergone several design changes, but the image of Lincoln has remained a constant. The 1987 penny belongs to the Memorial Reverse series, which features the Lincoln Memorial on the back of the coin, a design that ran from 1959 to 2008. While most 1987 pennies are pretty common, this particular one stands out for its rare no mint mark. Variety.so, what does no mint mark mean? Mint marks are small letters on a coin that tell you where the coin was produced. For example, D stands for Denver, S stands for San Francisco, and no mint mark usually signifies that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. However, in 1987, a small number of Lincoln pennies were accidentally minted without any mark at all. These errors are what make these coins incredibly valuable. You might be wondering how a mint mark error like this could even happen. Well, minting errors are rare but not unheard of. Typically, dies used for coin production are engraved with the appropriate mint mark before they start stamping coins. In the case of the 1987 Lincoln penny, some of the dies either missed this engraving step or were mistakenly used without the mint mark. While this might seem like a small oversight, it's precisely these kinds of mistakes that catch the eyes of coin collectors. What's so fascinating about mint errors is that they're accidental, which makes them incredibly rare and often highly sought after. Now, let's get into the big question. Why is this 1987 Lincoln penny with no mint mark worth a staggering $38,120? First and foremost, rarity plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. As we just mentioned, very few of these pennies were minted without a mint mark, making them incredibly rare finds. The fewer coins there are in circulation, the higher their value goes. Next, condition is key. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing near-perfect condition. A penny in poor condition won't fetch the same high price, but if you have one that's been well preserved, that's where you're going to see a massive spike in its worth. A 1987 no mint mark penny graded at MS 65 or above, which is nearly flawless, is what has sold for over $38,000 at auctions. Another reason this coin is worth so much is because of collector demand. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, love hunting down rare and unique pieces. The 1987 no mint mark penny fits that bill perfectly. It's an exciting and rare find, which means collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collections. So, how do you know if you've got one of these valuable 1987 no mint mark pennies? Here's what you need to look for. 1. No mint mark asterisk. This is the most obvious feature. If there's no PD or S on the coin, that's the first clue you might have something special. Point 2. Condition asterisk. As we mentioned earlier, condition matters a lot. A coin that looks like it just came from the mint is going to be worth much more than one that's scratched or worn. If your penny is in excellent condition, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Point 3. Your asterisk. Of course, you'll want to double check that the coin is indeed from 1987. A 1987 penny without a mint mark is much rarer than similar coins from other years. Now, let's talk about the current market value. As of today, the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny is valued at around $38,120. This figure can fluctuate based on market demand, the condition of the coin, and how many collectors are looking for this particular piece. However, this isn't just a random number. This value comes from recent sales at auctions and private sales where high-grade examples of this coin have fetched thousands of dollars. So, if you have one in excellent condition, now might be the perfect time to get it appraised and see what the market is willing to pay for it. If you're new to coin collecting or are just getting into the hobby, here are a few tips to help you get started. 1. Always check your pocket change. You never know what rare coins might be lurking in your everyday transactions. Coins like the 1987 no mint mark penny can show up where you least expect them. Point 2. Invest in a magnifying glass. When you're inspecting coins for errors like missing mint marks, a magnifying glass is essential for spotting those small details. Point 3. Consider professional grading. If you think you've found a rare or valuable coin, it's worth having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A higher grade can dramatically increase a coin's value. To wrap things up, the 1987 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating coin with a rich history and an equally rich value. From a small minting error to becoming a prized collector's item, this penny has captured the attention of numismatists all over the world. With a current market value of $38,120, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at the pennies in your collection. So, have you checked your change recently? Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you think you might have a 1987 no mint mark penny. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and exciting discoveries. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting!